Today we're gonna be making delicious keto chili. Chili is one of those recipes that is comfort food. It's warm, it's nice, and it's really filling. When you're in keto, you don't have to miss out on that. So without further ado, let's jump into the ingredients. For today's recipe, we're gonna need 700 grams of ground beef, which is about 3 cups, 1 full can of whole tomatoes, 1 can of black soybeans, 1 tablespoon of olive oil, 1 tablespoon of onion powder, 1 tablespoon of garlic powder, 1 teaspoon of paprika, half teaspoon of pepper, a quarter teaspoon of cumin, 1 teaspoon of oregano, a quarter teaspoon of chili flakes, and salt to taste. But I'm gonna start with 2 teaspoons of seasoning salt. If you don't have seasoning salt, you can use just regular salt. 3 celery sticks, a quarter of an onion, 3 garlic cloves, 2 bell peppers, I recommend to use green, 4 slices of bacon, 1 tablespoon of erythritol, and this is optional, but if you like a little bit of a spice, 1 to 2 teaspoons of Frank's hot sauce. And for the toppings, I'm gonna be using some full-fat sour cream and some chives. Before we start this recipe, I want to talk about the soybeans. I recently discovered these black soybeans and they are amazing. They only have 1 net carb per half a cup, and the only difference I will say is the texture. But besides that, they just taste like regular beans. If you're one of those people who doesn't eat soy or try to avoid soy, we can easily just remove this from the recipe. Or if you're not on keto, you can just replace this with regular beans. First, we're gonna chop our onion into little cubes. Once my onion is chopped, I'm gonna proceed to chop my garlic. So peel it first and then just chop it. Next, we do the celery, again into little cubes. Now we're gonna do our peppers. To do so, the way I cut peppers is I usually cut the surroundings first to avoid getting all the seeds. Just like this, and then if you cut it this way, you won't make a mess with all the seeds. See? They all stay in place. We're gonna cut our peppers into cubes, but they don't have to be chopped as finely as our other vegetables. And lastly, we'll cut our bacon into little cubes as well. Once we chopped all of our ingredients, we're gonna start by making our chili. For that, we're gonna need a big pot like this in order to fit all our ingredients. I'm gonna start by pouring my olive oil into my pan and preheat it on medium heat. Once our oil is preheated, we're gonna dump our garlic and onion. And now we're gonna cook the onion and the garlic for about 3 minutes. Once you see that your onion is starting to cook, we're gonna add the rest of our vegetables, celery and pepper. Mix it all together and we're gonna let them cook for about 7 to 10 minutes. My 10 minutes have passed and my vegetables are cooked, so now will be the time to add our bacon. We mix it all together. And now we're gonna let it cook until the bacon is completely cooked. Our bacon is cooked, so now we're gonna add our ground beef. When adding our ground beef, just make sure we separate all the meat so we don't have big chunks of meat in our chili. As the meat cooks, it's easier to separate the meat. Right now, it's raw, so it's a little bit harder, but once it cooks a little bit more, it will be easier. While our beef is cooking, we're gonna get our beans ready. Because these ones are not regular beans and they are soybeans, they come with a little gooey paste in the inside that we're gonna have to rinse. So I'll show you guys what we're gonna do. This is the gooey paste that I'm talking about. So we're gonna rinse them, guys. So we're gonna dump our beans in a strainer. And now we're just gonna rinse them until all this gooey paste is gone. Once the beans are rinsed, this is how they should look. They look just like regular beans, but in the inside the texture is a little bit different. And even though texture is different, they taste really good just like regular beans. So as you can see, our meat is a little bit more cooked and I managed to separate it. So now before it's completely cooked, I'm gonna dump all of my spices in there. And now mix it all together. Once it's all mixed together, we're gonna add our beans and mix one more time. At this point, our meat is pretty much cooked, so I'm gonna add my can of tomatoes and mix it all together, trying to squish a little bit the tomatoes. Now we're gonna add our erythritol and our friend's hot sauce. Again, if you don't like it spicy, you can totally skip this step. Mix it all together. Now we're gonna give it a little try to see how is the salt and the spices. Okay, we're gonna try it out. It is really good. Since we tasted it and we think it's good, we're just gonna cover it and let it cook for about 30 to 45 minutes. So my 35 minutes have passed and my chili is all cooked, so now I'm gonna transfer it to my bowl so we can try it out. And now I'm just gonna put on my toppings, which are some sour cream and chives. And there you have it, guys, your delicious keto chili. So now let's try it out. I'm so excited. I love chili. I didn't used to like chili, but then my husband started making chili and he showed me his tricks. Now I like it. I'm gonna try it now. So yummy, super meaty, spicy enough. I love it. I'm gonna have one more. Absolutely delicious. Let's see if it's husband approved. So I hope you guys liked the recipe and the video. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe down below, turn on the bell notification button, and leave me a comment. If you also want to follow me on my journey, I will be linking my social media down below. Thank you guys for watching and see you guys in the next video.